everyone, Crafting Vicky here with you, and today I want to do the Take 5 art challenge. I follow Leanne, and if you don't follow her you should. I will leave in the description box below the link to her channel, and she was showing the new Take 5 challenge, and I'm always inspired, so I decided to do it. The challenge this time is use stamps, texture paste, scribbles, stencils, and flowers. And I haven't played in this magazine journal for like a very long time, so I thought it'd be kind of fun. I used prompts for these pages as well, so it's kind of fun to use prompts again. And I thought this was, I love the birds on there and figured I can use them. Yeah, so not sure how I'm gonna include the flowers, but I like this page, so that's what I'm going with. And I want to gesso on some of the areas because of the fact that it's not a glossy paper, but it's still kind of glossy, and I'm not sure that everything is gonna adhere to it easily, so that's why I'm going with this idea. So I'm just gonna apply some white gesso, and I want to cover obviously the words because that won't fit into what I want to do. And I should have brought clear gesso. That would have been the smart thing to do, to put on top of those birds. The white is fine for this part, but clear gesso would have worked better for the rest. So I hope you guys can see well. I think you can. And obviously this is a magazine, so I don't want to soak the paper. I just want to dry brush it and just cover the text so that it doesn't show through. And it doesn't really matter if there's a little bit of text that shows. I think it's gonna be fine. Here maybe not. So note to self, next time bring some clear gesso as well, because I don't have any with me. I didn't feel like working standing up, which is rare because usually I always stand up, but this time I felt like sitting down to work. So I'm in my laundry room and there's no all my supplies are mostly in the garage. So actually I'm thinking I'm gonna go get the clear gesso because the technique I want to use next, I have a feeling might go on top of the birds, and I might want to clear them after, so I'll be right back. Okay, so back with the clear gesso, and I'm just gonna put some on top of the birds. Just to make sure that whatever I put on top, I can wipe. Oops. Plus it's gonna probably protect the rest of the paper, so not a bad thing. Black cat hair on there. Okay, so I've got my clear coat. So that's cool. Just dry this off. So I want to try a technique that I've seen Leanne use a lot, which is the smooching technique. I want to use my Distress Oxide with it. Because I think it's going to be fun. And so far I haven't done anything that had to do with the prompts. I'm just preparing my page. So I've got this here, which I think is going to work well. And then I've pulled out a bunch of my different distress inks. So I was thinking of using some of the blue, maybe the Broken China. Okay, so I'm new to this technique, and obviously I put a lot of water on there, and I probably should not have put as much, but I'll learn. Okay, so wipe that down. Thinking of using some of the purple, the wilted violet. I love purple. I like the pale background that this is creating. Missing a little bit of something here, maybe here. I'm liking it so far. So I'll just slide a bit. My dust is really small here, and I've got a lot of stuff on it, so that doesn't help. Okay, and then I was thinking of using the cracked pistachios, just because I'm into, like, I want this page to be relatively pale. I don't know why, just feel like it. This is again my female cat that you're hearing in the background. My son is obviously not doing something that she probably wants him to take care of her, and I think he's downstairs playing video games, and she's not happy. I kind of like that. this effect on there. Okay, so I'm gonna dry this off a bit. I think I'm gonna put this one aside because I usually use these things for some other reasons, but now that I've used it for that, it won't really work for what I usually use it for. So try this off a bit, and then we need to get into the prompts. So the prompts is about stamps, texture paste, scribbles, stencils, and flowers. I've got some new stencils, and I was thinking that maybe I could use that with some texture paste. I think I'm going to use the Steampunk Pocket Watch. Might be a bit too open. Maybe change of plans. Maybe use this one. And I brought out my Distress Texture Paste because I haven't used that thing in like forever. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to use, and it gives this nice grit type of texture, which is kind of fun. And of course I'm putting this on my dryer, which is not the best. That's what happens when you work in a crown level space. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Because this is a magazine, I don't really want to add too much raised things because of the fact that it's going to be hard to close and eventually might ruin the binding of it, even though this magazine is quite sturdy actually, so that's kind of fun. And here I've made a boo-boo. I put it on his wing, so I'm just gonna remove that little portion of it. And that's why it's cool when you've gessoed, because you can do that. Okay, so I think I've got enough. I don't want too much, but I want a bit because it's part of the prompts and it's kind of fun. remove some of the grit from my stencil before I put it away. Okay. What I don't like about texture paste is all the time that it takes to actually dry. And I usually end up putting my hands in it or something else. And I usually really regret it. So put this aside just a tiny bit so I can actually clean this off a bit better while the other thing dries and before this gets too gross and disgusting. I don't mind when it's paint, but I don't like as much when it's paste. Okay, that's why I love my surface here. The glass might give a glare, but it's such a wonderful surface to work on. I had seen Eileen do it and I loved it, and yeah, it was a cool thing. So now I need to find a way of adding some flowers, and I'm wondering what type of flowers I want to do. I've got this. I've got that. So pretty much dry, which is cool. Okay, so I'm thinking of putting the sentiment here, so I don't want to put the flowers there. And not quite sure what type of flowers I should be using. So do I go with this one? Does it fit? Decisions, because unless I go with I put my flowers like growing, and that the so somewhere like here. I'm gonna put some black I'm going to use this here. To stamp this. Didn't stamp very well. I think it's because there's nothing on the back. Press on the back at the same time. Yeah, I think that's better. And what I just thought of is I'm going to be using this opportunity to do the doodling. So I'm going to doodle the stem of the flower, I think. And I think I want to use my Faber-Castells. I want it kind of sketchy because the flower ended up being kind of sketchy. So I've used my texture paste, I've used my stencil at the same time, but maybe I could still use some stencils in another fashion, because I find that it's a bit cheating using it the other way. So what can I do? I used that one already. I've got this here. So this could make a fun border. Pull out one of my inks, and I didn't mean inks, I meant distress paints. So maybe I can use a wilted violet. This way it fits kind of with the rest of what I've done. Let me start it off first. Haven't used it in a while and it shows. Okay, so I'll use one of my little makeup sponges. Up on the two holes of the bottom one. Well, is there such a thing anyway as messing up? Because technically you can do whatever you want. And the fact that it's never gonna look the same and is unique is a good thing. I really like that. I think that turned out really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this off a bit, and I want to use the I just had a brilliant idea. I'm gonna use the purple that I still have to paint my little flower. So that's gonna work out well, I think, because I don't like to waste. So let's pull out a smaller brush. Just a bit of water. I want it more watery. Okay, so got that done. Now I still have some paint, so I don't want to waste it. So let me find something I can use it on. I must have some index cards. I usually have some all over the place. And when you want to find some, you can't, of course. It's typical. Okay, well, let me... What can I use to wipe this off? I should have had another book beside me. It would have been easier. Let's use just one of those pages in my book that I need to work in at some point. When I get to that letter, I'll have something that a happy surprise that had already done something, or maybe not, depending on what my idea is at the time. Okay, so that is there. And now I want to do some more. But this time I'm going to use some watercolors. I've got a new set that I really want to use. It's the Kuretake set, and I've seen a lot of people use it, and I ordered it a long time ago, and it came directly from Japan, so it took forever to get to me. But I really want to play with it. So these are the wonderful colors. I'm thinking I want to use the greens for the stem, and I just put a bit of water on the green itself. Just start it off. Oh, that's brilliant. I love how it's just so rich and deep. Beautiful color. So the people that I saw use this were not lying. This is really beautiful. Gonna have a lot of fun with it. Okay, and now I just want to do something for the middle of the flower, and I've got a bit of yellow here that's been wetted, so just use this. I love that. And I just want to go lightly over the areas that are raised so that you see them better, because right now they're kind of in the background because of the fact that I've put them white and it's a white background. So let me use some of the golds that are in this pan. Or bronze, I should say. Just come over the raised areas. So I'm very much into watercolors. I've discovered playing with them. Finally gave in, and I'm really loving. I don't think I'll ever be a watercolor artist, because what I see people do is just amazing, but I'll have fun playing with them, which I guess is what it's all about. Anyway, on my part, it's what's all about, having fun and just playing. Want to add a bit to miscellaneous places, just so that kind of uniform makes it more uniform. Okay, so that's enough for that. So that was a lot of fun. And now I just need, I think, to stamp my sentiment and possibly date it. Because I did the stamps. The stamp is going to be my sentiment. I did the stenciling. I did the texture piece. I've done the flowers. The flower. I did some doodling. And so now I'm just I just need to do the last prompt. So here's my stamp. Where's my stamp? Okay, so I want to use this new set that I got, which is I don't know what it's called. It's from Paper Artsy, but I can't really. So it's got flowers or little smiles that grow from the from the ground up. I like that. So I think I'm going to use that. And here's my stamp pad. So I think that's cute. So it's not my typical page, which is what I like about this. It's different from my usual style. It's not as, there's not as much, well, there's a lot of stuff, but the colors are very pale, and so I think that's cute and fun. So just need to date this. So we're February, and think 1, 2, or the 3rd, 2018. So hope you've enjoyed seeing me do this, and hope you go and check out Leanne's channel, and don't forget to check out down below for the prompts. And that is it. Bye everyone.